Hello, everybody, and welcome to February 23rd, 2023. So it's 2/23/23. This is the Cruise Amigos, starting off kind of solo here as we are waiting for Chillie, hopefully, to join us. I have a story about him. We don't know where Martin is. We think he's trying to get a bus pass over in Manchester or somewhere. We hope to hear from him in just a little while. And I am, of course, in the middle of this giant snowstorm that has gone across the Midwest, affecting some 76 million people. But I'm right at the edge of it. We've got just a few inches of snow off of this one, although there is more coming next Monday. And it's just been miserable, enough that the post office lady went in the ditch, spun around and went in the ditch out about a quarter mile from my farm this morning. She has a four-wheel drive van, and she just couldn't get through there. Fortunately, I have a little bigger truck, so as I really should add the video on to show you, but it's just one of those crazy days. What we have is the roadway is flat, and it's about 30 feet wide or so. Oh, and I think we got Chillie in here now. Hey, are you there? Can we hear you? I'm going to have to switch over to my headset here. So we're going to put this on and wait for Mr. Cruiser here.
I can't hear anything.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Mike.
Let's go and see what we've got. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I'm broadcasting. I'm broadcasting signal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's not convinced that he's talking with us yet here, so that's all right. We're going to wait just a little while. We're going to switch over to, let's see if we can switch to that.
Can you hear me, John?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Now I can hear you a little bit. I thought I was going to get someplace quiet. Let me continue on a little bit. Oh,
Good
boy.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board the Enchantment of the Seas. This announcement is to advise all guests that all staterooms are now ready. All staterooms are now ready.
Stateroom is ready. He can go to his stateroom. This is so great.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, now
I've actually been there.
What's your room number?
2123. 2123.
So does that mean you're on the 21st level or the second level?
Yeah, no, I'm underwater.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not used. I haven't gotten my bearings on this ship yet.
Okay. Well, we'll accept that. Enchantment.
All right.
I'm going to search for your room. Room 2123.
2123. Should be.
Okay.
It should be an inside cabin. Yes.
Yep. 136 square feet. 4 guests.
Yes.
It looks like it's an accessibility cabin, maybe.
It's supposed to be.
Okay. 2 twin beds convert into a Royal King.
Yeah. We don't worry about that.
Okay. Yeah. We got it all. All right. Well, here we are. Now, are they going to show us where it is on the boat? That's the interesting thing. So.
It's on deck 2.
Deck 2.
It's in the middle.
So everyone comes with a little scuba gear then, right?
Yeah, because if you try to make a window, the boat will sink.
I know you brought your hacksaw with you to cut out a porthole. So.
Oh, of course I did. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they didn't like that going through customs. Or no, what did I go through? Security. That's what it is.
Call it what you want. People who can't.
All right. So to the Cruise Amigo family, hello.
Hey.
I'm coming to you from a boat. I like being on boats. Actually, the embarkation was pretty smooth, although I'm going to have to fuss with my buddies at Scoot Around because I could have gotten the scooter at the curb. Only they told me I had to get it at the cabin. So I went through all the wheelchair nonsense, but it was at least smooth.
Good.
And this is a little different. Instead of the poor little, 110-pound lady trying to push my fat butt up the ramps for 14 miles, they actually went from the building, the check-in building, out the door and on the first floor of the boat.
No kidding.
Up the ramp like if you were in a port or something.
Yep. All right. That would be called the gang. That would be called the gangplank then.
The gangplank, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you all could walk that and get kicked off the boat if you're bad.
If you're bad, it's there. Yeah. It's a threat. It's a threat.
So I got my Wi-Fi set up almost immediately. I got my drink package. I've got my Diet Cokes. I did have one adult beverage already because with the Diamond Plus, I get a whole bunch. I get more drinks free than I can actually drink in a day. So.
Why don't you get a wooden leg then and just, order straight bourbon and just pour it in? And just pour it in the leg.
No. I got that. I'm a sissy, John. I'm a total sissy. I have to, and not only to kind of not pour it down straight, I got to have it with Diet Coke of all things.
No.
I mean,
it's to bring home. You fill up the wooden leg with bourbon, you see, and then you bring it home and you pour out the leg into a glass of ice and Diet Cola.
My legs are bad enough. I don't need a wooden one. I do just fine with the poor samples that I have. Anyway, nice new ship. This is a nice looking casino, by the way. This is an older, smaller ship, which is my size. I like the size of the ship. But this is actually a pretty expansive casino for this small a ship. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
That's where I came to. I started at Bolero's, and that was too noisy. And obviously up on deck 9 where I was when, we talked before, when I told you that I forgot to do this morning. So let's see if I can figure out how to do this so I don't have to hold shit all afternoon. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that.
Well, maybe you were accurate. Were you being accurate?
Hi, Nikki. Hi, Mike.
Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
Everybody's here.
Sharon.
It's really good. Yeah.
What ship are you on? I'm on
Enchantment of the Seas.
Enchantment of the Seas.
Enchantment of the Seas.
This week. It's actually an 8-day. Trying to get this thing open without jiggling too much.
Oh, what a great view down the hallway there. That's what we came online for. JJ Cruz. Oh, just randomly did a product placement cap. I love that. Look at that. How much do you get back for every...
There we go. How's that?
Perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, to Sharon, glad you're with us. I was looking at that one for November. So far, I like what I see. I had a little bite of lunch up in the buffet. I had a burger, but it was good. But boy, was it crowded. This is I think it holds 2,700 passengers or something like that. It's not overly huge, but so far so good.
Well, good. Yeah, it's it's really one of the ships that made Royal Caribbean the cruise line it is today. I mean, this ship.
It was built in like 1997, so it's been a long time since I've been on a ship this old.
Actually, it may have been built in 1997, but it was launched in November 20th of 1996.
Okay.
So, but maybe it was just floating around for a while. So that's possible.
Yeah, unlikely.
It's 990 feet long. and 106 feet wide. Now, just to give you a comparison, the Epic is 187 feet wide. So 106, 187. You're only going to see that on the Epic when you're in the main dining room. When you're in the Manhattan dining room is the only time where you can sit in one corner and, look the whole expanse across the ship. So, and by the way, they fixed it, when it was built up to 2005, it was 74,000 tons, and then it went in for a redo, and now it's 82,910, or with Chillie, 82,911. So,
and me and my scooter, 12.
I was including the scooter, so yeah, I was including the scooter. Oh, somebody dinged us. Yep. Joanne rather, says it's been, I've got really bright sun coming in because there's snow on the ground. Now the sun is reflecting off the snow and coming through my windows. And so it's just really hard for me to see against this screen here. You see.
Well, you got some snow.
Oh, we have some snow, but it's just a few inches of snow. It's not like Minneapolis.
It's not 14 feet like the rest of your state.
Minneapolis has been getting an inch an hour for a couple of days.
Listen here, John. I'm beginning to think we need to include Minnesota with North Dakota, South Dakota, and Montana and give them all back to Canada.
Well, we are as nice as the Canadians, so that would work okay. We say please and thank you, and we are as nice as our Canadian neighbors to the north. So,
but you throw rocks at the guys on horses.
Well, not so much. We like the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP.
They come over and ride on your farm all the time, and the horses eat your turnips. No, not turnips. What is it you grow up there? Beets.
Beets of sugar.
You're spinning. You were spinning there for a minute.
No, I'm not spinning. You're spinning.
It could be. I'm surprised I've got this good of a string.
It's really good. Actually, it's really, really good, and but now let's talk about, you got a month here now, right?
Pretty close. Yeah. I'm going to be, this is 8 days. We go to Charleston, South Carolina is the first call, and then Port Canaveral is the second call. That's Sunday. And Katie's coming over, at least Katie. I don't know if anybody else is in that vicinity wants to join us for lunch. Let us know, because we're going to meet at 11:30 at, I don't know, Ralph's Fish Lips.
Now, this is after you get off this boat. You get off this boat.
No, that's the port of calls.
Oh, you're going to be in the port. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to get off the boat in Port Canaveral and meet Katie for lunch.
Got it.
On Sunday.
Got it.
And then we go to Cocoa Key and maybe Freeport in the Bahamas, and then come back to Baltimore in time for it to be snow and ice and crappy weather.
Everything.
And then I'm going to go straight. I got to come to think about it. I have to check on that. I have to get a transfer arranged over to the airport.
Okay.
So of course I can Uber to the airport just as easily. But anyway, so I go straight to the airport and fly to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And then I'm on the Zandam forever. We're going to South America. We're going to all the Central America countries. We're going through the Panama Canal, and we end up in San Diego.
Oh, you are doing a full-on through the canal.
I'm doing a full transit of the canal, which is actually a first for me. I've done partials numerous times, but this will be the first time that I've gone all the way through it. So I'm pretty excited about that.
So are you stopping then in Ensenada or somewhere up in Mexico also as you're making your way to San Diego?
there's Puerto Vallarta is one.
Okay.
And maybe Huatulco.
Okay. I've not heard of that. Okay. Hey,
well,
Eddie.
That's another one. Huatulco.
And how long is that? How long is that?
I don't know, 16 days, 17 days.
Wow. And then so you're gonna end up in San Diego. And then you got to get on the canoe and paddle your butt back to, where's the car?
Actually, I'm in Baltimore. I'm thinking about hitchhiking.
That might work.
Get me out on the freeway and all my shit, and stick my thumb out and say, Baltimore or bust.
You know, with your walker, we might be able to put a sail up and we could make it into a prairie
And
schooner.
just blow all the way across country. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd work. But no, actually, I'm going to fly from San Diego back to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, Fort Lauderdale.
And then from Fort Lauderdale back to Baltimore.
Okay.
If I would have changed everything to fly from to fly from San Diego directly to Baltimore, it would have cost me an extra $500. I said, no. I'll take a chance on losing the suitcase. I'll go back to Fort Lauderdale, hang out in the airport for 19 hours or whatever it is, and then fly back to Baltimore, and then Uber, if I'm not broke by then, Uber over to get my car where I parked it for 26 days or whatever, where I stayed last night.
And so it's at a hotel. You got it on a deal at a hotel. Well, for staying at the hotel, you get to park there.
Actually, it's costing me. It's an expensive proposition, John.
Ooh.
$4 a day.
You know, there's your liquor budget right out the window.
And it was a decent, nice enough hotel for last night.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're so excited to welcome you on board our beautiful enchantment of the seas. Great news, your staterooms are, of course, open now. While you're exploring the ship, we would like to remind you about the mandatory guest safety briefing procedure. We have enhanced the process to make it quicker and easier than ever. All you need to do is make sure you download the Royal app. Select the safety icon and watch the life jacket demonstration video. Once done, please check in with the crew at your assigned assembly station. You'll find your station on the Royal app, the back of your stateroom door, and in large print on your SeaPass card. For guests who do not watch the life jacket demonstration on the app, we will give you a live presentation at your assembly station. All assembly stations are located on Deck 5, Open Deck, and your team members are waiting for you now. For children between the ages of 3 and 11 years old, youth safety wristbands can be found in your stateroom. If possible, have your children wear the wristbands before proceeding to your station. Remember, the sooner you check in at your assigned station, the sooner you can get back to enjoying your vacation. Don't forget to watch the safety page on the Royal Caribbean app for more information. Thanks, everyone.
So we're going to get a real good understanding here of two comparisons of ships, because you're literally walking off of one ship and rolling on to another one.
Oh, yeah.
And they're a little bit in two classes, wouldn't you say? I mean, the Van whatever, the
Zandam.
Yeah, but any of the dams are in my mind are kind of a little bit higher quality all around. Everything from the bed linen to the lobsters on the menu to everything.
The reason I like them is the food.
Okay.
Holland America food is, to me, is the best.
Okay.
So, and their entertainment's pretty good too. But yeah, it's going to be a nice comparison. And again, I'm pretty excited about both of these cruises because one, I've not been into Charleston as a as a port of call. Okay. I've not been in Port Canaveral. Of course, I've sailed out of Port Canaveral 30 times probably, but I've never gone in there as a port of call. Yep. And then getting to go to South America and then do this Panama Canal.
That's really neat.
I mean, that's pretty good stuff for the old fat guy.
Yeah. Chillie will like it too, so that's really neat.
By the way, did you send Martin a link?
No, he's not smart enough to just.
No, I always send him a link because he gets confused rather easily.
Okay, let me think this through. I gotta go to Facebook and grab the link that got posted there. Hang on.
Oh no, that's a different link. Go down. Go down to invite.
Invite.
The invite link is so he can come on like you and I.
Yeah, I got it. See, I don't do
So
this.
we want to send him with Yo-Yo Eddie. Eddie in the house from Brooklyn. Only he's not from Brooklyn anymore. Eddie's with us now. So if you send him that link, then he's going to be stumbling around with Eddie and Joanne and Sharon and everybody.
Okay.
And that would really confuse him.
Okay. He's not been active. What's the name of his company? Holiday Cruises.
Holiday Intrusiveness. I don't know.
Here it is, Martin, the Holiday Village. I knew all
That's
this,
it.
I just didn't. Okay, so. Okay, so he's got it in both places now. So now we can put it on him.
Okay, so now we'll see if he does show up, which he probably won't. He'll probably think, oh, it's 20 after. I've got 40 minutes until I do the show. Because he still can't keep straight of, God bless you. He still can't keep straight of what we do here. So, anyway,
that's funny.
the weatherman needs to be shocked. I'll just say that right up front. I packed and drove to Baltimore thinking, well, I got to be ready for anything in Baltimore. Snow, ice, then I'm on the water. Then the weatherman last night said it's going to be 80 degrees today. Yeah, no, it ain't no 80 degrees. Not even close.
Martin has responded. He said he is stuck in heavy traffic. So I sent him a note saying, but is it storming?
That's way over his head. I promise you that. He's stuck in heavy traffic. From where to where, I wonder. No, I don't want to know.
Probably from his office to his bathroom.
Now, when we get around to sail around,
yes,
this is not going to be anywhere near as quiet as it is here. I can put up with a couple of those wacky announcements, but actually, this is a pretty quiet place right now. Few people walking by to look through the casino. I don't know what's beyond the casino. Something's beyond that on, what deck I'm on? I'm on deck 5. So there's something down at the end here. Maybe the theater? Yeah, pretty sure the theater entrance is on deck 5. So I haven't explored.
I'm going to have to bring it up here and show you. So, okay.
Kenneth's with us. Hi,
first of all, we were on deck 2, and you are not at the end of the ship. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms farther past you on your side of the lane.
Okay.
And you're only 2 off the elevator, 2 and from the elevator you got to go past the steps, and then 2119 is the corner room, and then 2123 is you. So that's pretty good. But deck
and
5,
I'm on the aft.
You're on the port. You're on the port side. There's aft.
Yeah, port side.
Yeah, you're at the ass end of the ship. I mean, you could water ski if you had another.
Well, and that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Can you water ski at 21 knots?
Oh, that's the perfect speed.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the perfect speed for.
I have to send a message to the captain and say, a whale needs some skis and a long rope.
The only problem is if you fall, they got to make this really big circle to come back and
big
get
circle
you.
to pick me up.
Yeah, and
I
then
could
you got
swim a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these people are thinking these guys are nuts.
We are.
Oh, what's that?
Hot smell.
That looks good. Okay, thank you. That did look like a yummy drink.
Describe it. How tall? Hurricane glass?
It's one in one of those big, like martini glasses.
Oh, a big martini glass, so like this.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. The 4-gallon one or the 2-gallon one?
This is probably close to 4. Yeah, it was a
Wow.
good size.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
bourbon
the
and
bar
Coke
at the
tastes like
Bolero,
bourbon.
that's where I was when it was a little bit loud out there. That's why I slipped into the casino.
Okay, so right now you're in the casino?
I'm sitting in the casino. Yeah, see what let's do
you're in
this.
Blair. Okay, I'm looking right at where you are then. Yeah. Okay, so you are midship on deck 5.
Midship on deck 5, sitting here looking at a bank of poker machines.
Okay, so now the My Fair Lady dining room, 2nd floor, is also on this level. Do you know where you're master dining?
No, I haven't been to the cabin yet to get my card, so I don't have any of that information yet.
Well, so you know the My Fair Lady dining room is in the back of the ship, and it's on deck 4 and 5. On 5,
Now, do I
it's
have to sing and dance before they feed me?
And you have to lift your skirt. You have to, dun, 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 dun.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be good.
But I have to wear a skirt to dinner every night?
No, just the first night.
Oh, just the first night.
Yeah.
So I have to go unpack my skirt.
Yep.
Can I wear my hat? No, not to dinner.
Well,
they don't like that.
In between, if you turn it around, maybe.
See, I wore my hat. Did I lose the signal? I'm back. I wore my hat to keep my bald spot warm.
Then how do the aliens know where to put the tap and die in? How do they know where to?
That's up to them.
Ah, okay.
Totally up to them. So, you should have said on Chillie Falls, give me your drink. Yeah, that would work, Eddie.
No CBD on the
a mini skirt. Okay, Eddie wants me to. Now I can't flip up a mini skirt. I got to have some flipping room.
Believe me, Chillie is big enough that even a mini skirt is enough to, it's long enough to reach floor length for most people. So that's his mini skirt. Sorry.
Oh yeah, boy. How did we go down this?
But I have something really neat to show you. I want to show you something.
Okay.
And to do this, I'm gonna bring it up, and then I have to what do you call it? Okay, settings. Why is there not? Where's the present? It's called now. No, that's a video file. Slides.
And yet, Joanne, I can certainly can. I do better on the scooter canning.
Yes, he does.
But yes, I can.
He does. Okay, let's see if we can share this. And like I said, I may have to.
Yeah, like it.
That would be me somewhere.
Yep, we're talking. Okay, let me get rid of Eddie's comment there.
That's a. What's that?
That is a mama eagle. Her name is Jackie, and she is in one of the highest eagle nests that are known in the United States. Her husband's name is Shadow. Jackie is 9. Shadow is 11. And this is in Big Bear, California, not far from, Big Bear would be a triangle between San Diego, Los Angeles, and Big Bear. It would make like a triangle.
Oh yeah, I see that it's in the now. Her head moved around. I could see what the hell I'm looking at.
But she has had a really bad night. It got down to 19 degrees, and with the wind chill, it was down to 0. And everybody, there's 13,423 people watching her, including us. And this is so awesome. People that I know we're just all living, watching her. And her husband comes in. He brings a gopher or a rodent or something once in a while, and he brings this in. And this is just awesome. This is friends of the Big Bear Valley that have this camera.
And she has already laid eggs?
She's on 2 eggs, yep.
Okay.
And she is early in the season. Usually Usually it would be a little later that she would start to lay eggs, but it was really nice, just like this crazy weather we've had. You know, it was really nice. I'm sure that got the hormones doing what they do. And so she's on 2 eggs, but they're telling us that the eggs are perfectly warm under her and that she's actually warmer on the nest than her husband, who's sitting out on a tree branch nearby. But, and I'm sorry, she's turned the other way. I sent her a notice that we were going to be going live here, and she doesn't pay attention. But,
Well, yeah, well, eagles are like that. They don't like the paparazzi.
yes, but I'm telling you, this is so awesome. If you want to see it, there's their head turn. Just search for Big Bear Eagle, and it runs 24 hours a day. It's the most amazing thing. It's just on. And you can even actually hear her talking to the baby. She's not doing it now, but you can hear her actually talking to the kids, and it's so neat. I have it on in my store on a widescreen TV up here. I have it. It runs 24 hours a day, and people come in. They're coming in and saying, "Well, how's she doing today?" I mean, it's the coolest thing. And so as we covered that, by the way, as a news
way to
story.
get them customers in. Come in and see the eagle and buy some.
Well, my customers, you know, are this is not a brag or an ego thing. I think my customers are just smarter, you know, like about the world and world issues and important things, both in the arts and science and, you know, all these. I mean, the thousands of people now that we've had in the store since August 2nd, it's a good bunch of people. It's really funny because, you know, some law enforcement and other people who are against us think that, you know, I'm running this back alley dive, you know, where the worst of the worst criminals, you know, sneak in to get high. And that's not what we got going here. We've got a really nice place of caring and considerate people who are you know, interested in the world. They're interested in you. They ask about you. Well, where's your friend? Where is he now? So I tell them, of course, you're in the outhouse over in Virginia, but
Yeah. Well, that's where I am most of the time. Well, when I'm home.
Most of the time. I said he misses the ocean so bad that he went out and put 100 pounds of salt in his swimming pool.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I have salt water in the backyard.
He's got a saltwater pool. By the way, you know, I figured out how you know how to get the right amount of salt. I figured this out. You went to the ocean and you floated vertically in the water to see how far out of the water you were.
Yes.
Then you went home, and of course, not in salt water. You'd be lower in the water, and you kept adding salt till you got right to that same level.
Up to the mark on my rib cage.
That's right. I figured out how to do that. See, Euripides, you know, from Greece, taught me how to do that. Oh God,
there you are talking trash again.
Euripides is the one who said, what did he say?
Euripides. That's your second cousin from Grand Fork.
Yeah, we're only separated by about 3.
Folks, where else could you watch a broadcast and talk about eagles, Euripides, and can skirts?
That's right. Ironically, they're all science.
I've never seen anything close to this.
It's all science, dude. It's all science. Do you think that in the Moulin Rouge, where the can was invented, the Moulin Rouge still exists over there? It's still got the windmill out in front of it, just like it did in the show that Bart Lehman did, or whatever his name was. But Baz Lehman was his name. But the Moulin Rouge is a real place, and it really was happening around 1900, and it was the first nightclub to be electrified. That was the big draw at the time to get, you know, people of money and people from all over the place in the place, because here it is at night, and it was full of electric lights.
Now, I do admit that's one that I didn't know.
Well, stick with me, baby. I'll teach you everything.
Yeah.
Eddie said oy vey, but then Joanne says, but can you can? And Eddie said he can Coca-Cola. I don't know that dance, but I'm guessing it's got a lot of bubbles to it. So.
Oh yes, of course it does. So Eddie would know. He and I cruised together for a week.
Hey.
We had a good time out in New Orleans. Uh-oh, here comes another
This announcement
announcement.
is for Mr. De Silva of tent number 8. Please proceed to guest services at this time. Again, this announcement is for Mr. De Silva of tent number 8. Please proceed to guest services at this time. Thank you.
That's not me.
Did you see though? I
I'm not
was doing
Mr.
it
De
perfectly.
Silva.
Did you see?
How you doing,
Thank
folks?
you.
Right.
That one up already? Yes, no, I'm sitting here broadcasting the show. Oh, cool. Say hello.
Hey, hello from Minnesota. Hi, Sharon. Thank you. Yes, Chillie's going to be, by the way, at 11 o'clock Eastern time. Is that right? 11 o'clock
Yes.
Eastern time. I wanted to get it right because, Martin sometimes doesn't. But at 11 o'clock Eastern time, no matter where Chillie might be, he will be broadcasting his daily show, and you will find out all of the things that are going on. By the way, did you get my thing this morning about what Royal Caribbean has now done a twisty little thing in the dining room?
No.
You might not have got that. Oh, well, Royal Caribbean just announced that in the upscale restaurants, and the way the author was writing it, it's cheaper to order a la carte than it is to go to the sushi restaurant on board. Because if you order a la carte for a typical meal, or the one price upgrade, on your restaurant pass, is about the same price. The only thing is if you order a la carte, you get 8 pieces of sushi on each plate. And if you order the dinner all together, you get 4 pieces of sushi.
Oh,
Weird, huh?
wow.
Now that's only important
Martine's
to
with us.
people who
Hi,
like
Martine.
to. Yeah. John,
Martine, I have already
Thank you.
run into Janie twice. I got my big hug and a kiss from Janie first thing. And just as I was coming to find a spot to do the show, I saw her a second time and met her friends that are with her. So we have made contact already.
Should be a good time. It's the weather's going to be great. This whole big storm system is kind of moving to the northeast. Like you said, it's going to be in Baltimore a little bit, but where you're going, you should have the perfect spring cruising weather.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll be so good that you can enjoy it from your inside cabin. That's how good it's going to be.
As long as I've got a signal in the cabin so I can work.
Yeah.
Work and sleep. That's all I do in the cabin. Oh well, I might take a shower once in a while. and maybe there's some other business that gets conducted in the BR.
And so, question: are you going to be doing an accessibility study of the Enchantment of the Seas?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
Matter of fact, I've already checked out a couple of the restrooms,
okay. All right.
and they are accessible.
Wonderful.
So I haven't done a complete floor by floor yet, but I will.
On TikTok, there's a big dispute going on at the moment. A young woman inherited her grandparents' farmhouse. The entire farmhouse is rolling accessible.
Yeah.
But her cousin, who didn't inherit from grandma and grandpa, wants to hold his wedding there. In the bridal party, a bridesmaid is on wheels. She has to be on wheels. So the bride is basically demanding of the gal who offered grandma's house for the wedding and the yards and everything to build a ramp to this deck that they have that they want the bridal party to sit at after the wedding and stuff. And is expecting this guest, the writer of TikTok, to pay for building a ramp for the one wedding party member. So the question is that, and I thought of you right away because, being on a ship and having accessibility is one thing, but if you're offering your farm for a wedding, are you responsible to make a ramp for a member of the wedding party? It's like a one-use 40-minute thing.
I would tell the people to go someplace else if they don't like it.
Well, and that's kind of what happened. They called a meeting. The interesting thing was the bride was like being a bridezilla and bitching about it and everything. But her husband, who's the part of the family of this whole thing, didn't know anything about it. He couldn't understand why all of the other members were like snubbing him and kind of saying, you're kind of a dick guy. And he didn't. Finally, when they had this meeting, he didn't realize. Ended the wedding. They're not getting married now. The outcome was he trashed the wedding because it's like, you can't do that. Yeah. So, but I thought of you right away as far as how far because you talk about the swimming pools and making accommodations, swimming pools and hot tubs. And that's a really neat thing because of course people are in it every week, every day, literally every day they need it. But is it the farmhouse host's responsibility to
not in a private residence like that? And if it was a big difference, it was a public facility, yeah, then I would have issue with them if it's public, but it's not. No, you can't demand something from a private. Yeah, no.
Right. Here's what Eddie said, and I agree with him. There's going to be like 6 or 8 people in the bridal party. I'm sure 4 of the bride
guys will pick her up.
Can just it's only knee level. It isn't a big thing. So anyway, I just wanted to pass that along because I'm so sensitive now to
all right. I'm wondering. There's people that have been walking by and they do this
circle back
shock. I'm sitting on a glass floor that actually, as you walk up to it, looks like it's a big hole and it drops down into like a pond. It's really, let me see if I can show you. And it's people step on it and they jump back. Let's see if I can do this.
Oh my God, Chillie, you're going to fall. Chillie, you're going to fall.
I was wondering what's everybody jumping at? Well, now I see.
Just tell them you're waiting for the floor to be lowered. You're just sitting there waiting for and ask me, excuse me, sir, could you go and push the button to lower the floor here for me, please? Could you lower me down to the next level?
Uh-oh, there's a green. Okay, what's the green drink? What are you drinking?
It's all part of the science, though.
Oh. Curacao Cosmo. Okay, that's another one in like a martini glass. Yep. Only this one's green. A Curacao Cosmo. I'm learning more about drinks sitting here in the computer. I mean, in the computer. Where am I? In the casino, doing a live show. I mean, where else can I find out about drinks? Oh, it's the bar.
How do you spell Curacao?
Curacao would be the Curacao.
Oh, that's you put an O on the end of that? Yeah, that's it's called a Blue Cosmo.
Well, this one was green.
Well, I understand, but the name of the recipe, it's 1 shot of vodka, 1.5 shots of cranberry juice, 3/4 of an ounce of blue Curacao, as you say, and 1/4 ounce of lime juice. Oh, freshly squeezed. I can taste it now.
So, anyway, that's keep getting some more information. Learning as I go. One of these days, it's going to get full.
One of these,
and it'll start oozing out my ears. So, Martine, how's things up there in Canada? Okay. You pronounce a Curacao. There you go. Curacao. See, I was right.
Yeah, I get it. I did not know that. To me, that's Caraco, but whatever works.
Glad you popped into the Cruise Amigos. It's good to see you again. I don't really know this person, and I don't really know how to pronounce the handle or name or whatever it is.
GFOC?
Probably somebody I know. And
Good afternoon. This
but anyway,
announcement is for Mr. De Silva
here we
of
go.
deck number
Mr.
8.
De Silva,
Please
please
proceed
go
to
to
get
deck
services
8.
at this
No,
time.
yeah,
Again,
go to get
this
service.
announcement is for Mr. De Silva of deck number 8. Please proceed to get services at this time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we have not found Mr. De Silva yet. So we must, maybe I should go looking for him. You think?
I think
If
you
I
should.
could go find him on this ship and tell him to go to get services, because they probably want to tell him your credit card's no good.
Oh, and so you would
Why
just
else
volunteer. You're going to
Would
volunteer to
guest
cover it
services
then.
want somebody as soon as you're on the boat? It's really not water. It just looks that way.
I know, it started me just for a second.
Instead of walk the plank, it's fall in the tank. Anyway, I got 10 minutes. I got to get the store open.
All right,
So
you
say
get
your
the store
goodbyes.
open. We're going to say our goodbyes. Glad all you guys popped in. I'll be doing lives from Enchantment of the Seas for the next 8 days. Check in with me. The only time I don't do my show at 11 is when I'm in port.
Yep.
And then I back it up and do it earlier. But we'll see. I'll watch all the time, but very little limited amount of ability to type chat. But you can say Emma G.
Emma G. I get it. I see it now. I see it now.
I know. Emma G. Wow. That talking about over my head. All right. Amigo John has to go get the pot store open and sell lots of pot to those folks up in Crookston, Minnesota in 14 feet of snow. And maybe I need to go find an adult beverage. Ooh, that sounds like a wonderful idea. All right, guys. We'll see everybody next Thursday. Thursday will be a day at sea. So hopefully, if I remember, I'll actually set the show up properly. Although John did a pretty good job today, except for Martin. Poor Martin, he's stuck in traffic.
He's stuck in traffic. We'll find him for next week. Have a great one, everybody. Bye, Chillie.
All right.
Have
See
fun.
you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
love
for
you.
being here.
Bye.